So I got a call from a friend when Jerry Falwell died. She figured I'd be happy about it, but I wasn't really. Hell, he'd blown all his credibility when he blamed the gays for 9/11, so it didn't really matter if his blubbery flesh had followed his reputation. Anyway, he hadn't died the right way to provide me with any real amusement. You know, he just walked into his office one day and dropped dead. And there were a lot of people a lot more deserving of such an easy death. Not that I wished him a difficult death. I don't wish that on anybody. I just would have preferred that it be a bit more spectacular. I mean, if he'd lived just a little bit longer, he might have been delivering the commencement address at Liberty University and been struck by lightning. Now that would have been amusing. So I tell this to my friend and I start fantasizing a little. Suppose I ran into a mad scientist or a wrecked spaceship or something and wound up with a secret weapon capable of striking particular people with lightning at whatever time and place I thought fitting. Now wouldn't that be fun? Imagine this. Hassan Nasrallah, the spiritual leader of Hezbollah, is delivering a speech to a bunch of his dedicated jihadis one beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. Then, out of nowhere, this cloud appears and one radical cleric, carbonized. Well, we all know some Christian clergy who would have a field day with that if it happened. They'd be spewing wrath of God from the pulpits of all their megachurches the very next day. So I'd have to be quick and somewhat selective. Well, let's see. A good first strike would be D. James Kennedy, a particularly hateful Dominionist out of Coral Gables, Florida. Then maybe James Dobson from Focus on the Family. And if he wasn't hiding yet, I could finish up for the day with Tim LaHaye, co-author of the Left Behind books. So, would that be enough to keep all the religious demagogues indoors for a while? Some of them perhaps, but not the ones who actually believe their own spew. With any luck, Mullah Omar, the spiritual guide to Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, would climb out of his cave to lead a bit of a celebration. Hell, Nasrallah, a Shiite, and 3 of those Christian devils struck down by the hand of Allah. Clearly, the Wahhabi Sunnis had to be right all along. In all truth, if I had the chance, I really don't think I could do it. It's just a fantasy. I've been ridiculously nonviolent for more years than I'd care to recall, and I don't honestly think any of us can change the way things are in any significant way. If I had a religion, I suppose I'd be a Buddhist. Just the same, I'd like to share one more fantasy. My version of the rapture.